One down in the bottom of the 12th.
The catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
And Denny, the symmetry of the two seasons. This crazy ride. This amazing, almost unrealistic, beyond your wildest dreams ride began with the Royals down by 4 in the 8th inning, and they were down by 4 in the 8th inning in Game 4 against the Astros.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch to d'Arnaud, and he swings and misses at a fastball, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. And I will tell you, I'll just tell you how I felt. In both of those games, I thought the season was over, and I was starting to think about, okay, what are the positives from this season? Because both seasons had positives. But the guys on the field had other things in mind.
Right. And the 2 years, the 2 seasons are really interlocked.
Down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike on d'Arnaud. And now the symmetry of, again, this all started with a victory in the 12th inning in the wild card game last year. It's about to end in the World Series, and you got it in the 12th inning. And now outside, 2 balls and 1 strike on d'Arnaud. And there are so many side stories that go with the big story. And all of them are wearing a Royals uniform. Breaking ball is low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Can't help but think about Alex Gordon. First-round pick. Looked like a failed first-round pick. He went to the minor leagues to learn a new position. And now a 4-time Gold Glove winner in left field. Swing and a pop-up. That's foul off to the first base side and out of play. Lorenzo Cain in center field. Alcides Escobar at shortstop. They were in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. And then in an organization that was winning and suddenly coming to the Royals who were losing. And now they are all-stars and 2 outs away from being world champions. Swing and a miss. d'Arnaud strikes out and the Royals are 1 out away.
Ned Yost will make the comparison all his years in Atlanta and seeing all those good young players. And he said the Braves, at the time that he went there, were not very good. But he could see all that good young talent in the minor leagues. And he said, it's a great comparison, what I saw in Atlanta, what I've seen in Kansas City. And he just put the two together, and here he is as their manager. Of course, his stint in Milwaukee, you mentioned the trade with the Brewers, so it's, I think, really leaving a great taste in the mouth of Ned because of what he experienced up in Milwaukee.
0-1 to Conforto. 7-2 Royals, 2 down, bottom of the 12th inning. Here's Davis' pitch. Strike called. And how about Ned Yost? Denied the opportunity to go to the postseason with the Brewers, a team that he helped build, and he got a second chance with the Royals. And now he's 1 strike away from being a world champion manager. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High with a fastball.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention his coaching staff. I think that's one of the better coaching staffs I've ever seen. And certainly one of the best in the big leagues.
And his boss, Dayton Moore, the general manager, his boss, Dan and David Glass. Here's the 1-2 to Conforto. Swing and a line drive, base hit left field. The Mets are still alive. And Conforto's at first base with 2 down. Also on the field, first round picks, Mike Moustakas and Eric Hosmer. Hosmer getting to the big leagues in 2011 and having very little trouble and hitting 19 home runs his rookie year and then struggling for a couple of years. But with a steady demeanor, never let his defense be affected by his offense. He's won 2 Gold Gloves. He has become the leader of this team. He is probably the World Series MVP. And across the diamond, his good buddy Mike Moustakas, who is putting the finishing touches on a career year. Runner goes, and Flores swings and fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. I should mention Drew Butera is now behind the plate as Gerard Dyson ran for Salvador Perez in the top of the 12th. and scored the first of the 5 runs.
And how about some recent additions, not only the ones that were picked up last winter, but Ben Zobrist has been a nice addition, hasn't he?
He has just fit in perfectly with this team. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul. And again, the Royals are 1 strike away. And how about the guy on the mound right now? The Royals wondered if he could take over Luke Hochevar's role last year. And he's turned into the best reliever in the American League. And speaking of Luke, he stands to be the winning pitcher. And how about his journey? And how about Edinson Volquez, who started tonight 5 days after losing his father? Story on top of story. The pitch. And it's outside. Conforto runs, and they'll let him go to second base. And it's 1-2 on Flores. Royals 7, Mets 2, bottom of the 12th inning. The Royals are 1 strike away. Wade Davis has the sign. He is set. He comes to the plate, and it's fouled away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Volquez went 6. He gave up 2 runs. Kelvin Herrera dug a little deeper tonight. He went 3 innings for the first time in his major league career, postseason or regular season. Luke Hochevar, who stands to be the winning pitcher, went 2 scoreless innings. And now Wade Davis, while it won't be a save, has a chance to slam the door on the Mets and the World Series. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back to the screen, and Flores is hanging in there.
Ryan, look at all the Royals fans down behind the third base dugout, and we should tip our caps to all the Royals fans, especially those who filled up Kauffman Stadium and gave the team such a lift, not only this year, but last year also.
And followed them all around the major leagues this summer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis comes to the plate. Strike 3 called! It's over! They've done it! The Royals are World Series champions. The world champion Kansas City Royals.
It's been 30 years. Royals fans, let's get the party started.
Wow. 10 years ago, the Royals lost 106 games. Dayton Moore took over in 2006, and that was the beginning of a road, and we won't say that it ends here at Citi Field in New York. This is one of the stops, 90 feet away from a World Series championship perhaps last year, and they get back to the World Series the very next year, and they beat the New York Mets in 5 games. Final score is 7-2, and as the players jump on top of one another, they hug one another, high fives, hoisting one another in the air. They are already putting on the World Championship caps and T-shirts. What a sight. What a beautiful sight. The Kansas City Royals are the 2015 World Series champions. You want me to say it one more time? The Kansas City Royals are the 2015 World Series champions.
What'd you say?
Wow. Well, this is just the beginning. It is going to be a long night. We're going to have celebrations in the clubhouse, on the field, and we're going to cover it all right here on the Royals Radio Network. Let's take our first break. Final score. Game 5 of the World Series. The Royals beat the Mets tonight 7-2. Stay with us.
Get your Plenty card.